TikTok user Toe2 4U shared a video in which we can see something really terrifying. Take a look. In the video, we can see a childlike figure crouched by a wall who looks possessed. Naturally, the person holding the camera bolts from the area in sheer terror after the encounter. A user known as Our Haunted House has shared a haunting series of eerie clips, resurfacing under the title, The Upload. His username hints at a chilling reality. His home is deeply afflicted by paranormal activity. Strange phenomena are part of daily life. Doors creaking open by themselves, lights flickering ominously, and a dog barking at unseen entities. Compelled to document these unsettling occurrences, he created the Our Haunted House account to share his disturbing footage. In this debut clip, he's home alone late at night when his dog begins reacting to something sinister outside. Determined to capture proof of the unknown, he starts filming, even as a sense of dread tightens around him.
What the hell just happened?
My dog just started fucking barking for no fucking reason. Holy shit, there's somebody out there!
As the man gazed out the window, a shadowy figure stood motionless in the darkness, its eyes fixed on him. Rushing to the door to confront it, he found only an unsettling emptiness. The figure had vanished without a trace. Viewers later warned him that by opening the door, he might have made a grave mistake, possibly inviting something sinister inside. A few nights later, while moving through his house, he caught a glimpse of something lurking in his peripheral vision. When he turned to look, nothing was there. After checking the room and finding everything in order, he turned off the light. Instantly, a chilling sensation of being watched washed over him. Panic-stricken, he flicked the light back on and scanned the room. Everything seemed normal. Disturbed, he repositioned one of his security cameras to monitor the area. He repeatedly turned the light on and off, but nothing out of the ordinary happened. It all seemed fine until the camera captured something truly horrifying.
Found the Shadow Man again.
When the lights cut out.
When the lights go out, a shadowy figure materializes, standing eerily still in the darkness. But the moment the lights flicker back on, it disappears. After posting the footage online, one viewer claimed the figure was hiding behind the curtain. Our Haunted House firmly disagrees. To prove it, the camera is repositioned to reveal there's no one behind the curtain. With the camera rolling, we wait in tense silence, flipping the lights off and on repeatedly. It doesn't take long before the figure returns, more unsettling than ever.
Not behind the curtain.
A pair of eerie, yellowish eyes emerge from the darkness, watching the man with a terrifying intensity before disappearing into the shadows. The situation grows more sinister by the minute. Desperate for relief, the man turns to God for help. He lights candles and burns sage throughout his home, praying for the torment to end. But as he moves through the house, sage in hand, the malevolent presence makes itself known once again.
A
A pair of eerie, yellowish eyes emerge from the darkness, watching the man with a terrifying intensity before disappearing into the shadows. The situation grows more sinister by the minute. Desperate for relief, the man turns to God for help. He lights candles and burns sage throughout his home, praying for the torment to end. But as he moves through the house, sage in hand, the malevolent presence makes itself known once again. As he walks with the sage in hand, a sudden jolt of fear strikes him from behind. He looks up and spots a pair of glowing eyes staring down from the shadows, looming at least 7 or 8 feet off the ground. The camera captures his panicked reaction, a raw, unfiltered moment of terror. In the days that follow, he's haunted by unsettling sounds, strange, ghostly breaths whispering just outside his bathroom door.
I heard him.
One night, as he's getting ready for bed, he encounters a chilling surprise. An eerie message scrawled across his bathroom mirror. But what could it say? The writing is deeply unsettling, and he believes the Shadow Man is behind these ominous notes. Meanwhile, as the message mysteriously appeared, a camera in another room captured something equally disturbing.
In the window.
In the back window, amidst the flickering flashes of light, something or someone slowly emerged, gazing in with a chilling presence. But what could it be? After this eerie sighting, days pass without incident. The uploader, left with lingering questions, decides to share a video, unraveling his theories about the unsettling events.
Hey everyone, things have been pretty quiet for a few days now, so I wanted to address some of the comments that I've seen and people wondering about me having one arm. Yeah, I have one arm. It's actually because I'm a cancer survivor, and it was in my arm, so they had to amputate it. And between the radiation and chemo and surgeries, they kind of bring you to the brink of death without actually killing you. I feel like that's where I had my first paranormal experience. During my chemo, I went on a tour of the Queen Mary, and I was in a big group, and we went past this long vacant hallway that was like completely gutted in the interior of the ship, and suddenly I hear boom, 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 and then I turned to the people that were with me, and I was like, did you hear that? And they're like, no, nobody else in the group heard it, just me. And I'm wondering how much that has to do with what's going on now. I'm not sure.
So what do you think is really going on here? Is this man's home truly haunted, as he fears? I'll leave it to you to decide. A woman who runs an Airbnb has been receiving unsettling entries in her guest book from recent visitors. The latest entry described how, upon arriving at night, the charming old house took on an eerie, unsettling aura. The guests couldn't ignore the creepy details: an old porcelain doll hidden in the cupboard and an antique music box. The house, a colonial relic, with a mysterious attic room, naturally exudes a spooky, old-fashioned vibe. But things took a chilling turn with the next group of guests, who stayed for 5 nights. They reported hearing disturbing noises coming from the locked attic door on 3 separate nights. Alarmed by these accounts, the owner installed cameras in the attic and decided to spend a week alone in the Airbnb to investigate. One night, she heard something truly horrifying. She quickly grabbed her phone and recorded what she captured.
This whole time I'm getting ring notifications that there is motion in my attic, and mind you, we moved the camera to this small room off of the attic. So like the timing right now is a little crazy. Thomas!
Throughout this nightmare, my phone kept buzzing with alerts, motion detected in the attic. To make matters worse, we had already moved the camera to the small room next to the attic. The timing couldn't have been more eerie, Thomas. As she listened to the unsettling footsteps, the attic camera kept sending notifications of movement. But when we checked the footage, there was nothing there. Just a few minutes later, the camera picked up motion again, and this time, something truly chilling appears. Watch closely. The door moves on its own, unnervingly, despite the owner's insistence that there was no wind. Even on the windiest days, it shouldn't sway like that. But what's truly chilling, and what nearly everyone noticed in the comments, is the eerie face that seems to appear at the bottom of the door as it opens. You can make out what looks like a face, with its mouth slowly closing before vanishing into the shadows behind the door. This unsettling phenomenon has convinced many that the historic house is haunted. Could someone have met a tragic end in that room? What do you think?